Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. I am the local business marketing, training, and support specialist with Builderall. So today is day 2 of our series for how to find clients for your local business digital marketing agency. The first thing that we are doing in this process is we need to create an offer. Okay, so we've chosen a niche and now we're going to create an offer for that niche, okay? Because we need to have something of value when we are approaching clients for them to even take a second glance at the email or anything that we're sending them. Okay, so we need to provide value and position ourselves as an authority and show them what we can actually do for them rather than just tell them, okay? So, yesterday we started building out our lawn care business website template, okay? And we actually integrated Yardbook, which is a free accounting software, job management software designed specifically for lawn care businesses, okay? So, you could actually use this for any business, but it is definitely targeted towards lawn care customers. And it's free, by the way, part of this being free is you actually get your own link here so that they can request an estimate, and then the information goes directly into the Yardbook account. And then also they can look up any invoices or estimates that they have, and that is also pulled directly from the Yardbook account. So you can see Yardbook is incredibly powerful and useful. So you're really going to blow away the clients, okay? But what we're doing now is we need to put a system in place. We can't just go and try to approach business owners. We need to have the value. We need to have the offer, okay? So what we're actually doing is we're creating a get an estimate page, and we're just embedding this into the iframe, and then also this page as well. So let me go ahead and, but before we do that, let me see here. I've created a list. Looks like Cashflow Tom is here. Hi, Tom. Hi, Jim. Jim says, wishing you and everyone here a great day. Great day to you, Jim. So I've made a note here of all the things that we need. Okay, so we have the get an estimate link. We also have the pay now link. We need to get this banner image. We need to get a share image, and we also need to get the brand colors, okay? Once we get all of that, then we can finish up making our pages and, design our homepage and get all of that in order. Once we do that, we're going to create an agency funnel, because when we're prospecting and offering them this funnel, the goal is we want them to opt into our email list, and then on the thank you page to get the template, we want them to schedule an appointment with us, okay? So we need to create the template first, then we're going to create our agency funnel, and then after we have all of our system in place, then we're going to start prospecting. Right now is a great time for the lawn care business because spring is upon us and lawn care companies are rearing up and getting all of their marketing strategies together and starting to advertise to get new customers for the season. So this is a really important time to start doing this. So they are definitely hungry for the solution that we have, which is Builderall and business automation. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here, and we're going to go ahead and grab the banner image. Now, we need this image to be consistent and congruent because we want this to be on our homepage. We don't want them to go to this page and feel like they left outside of our website. Okay, so this is really important. The way that we can extract this image is by simply using a Google Chrome extension, and I like to use Galleryify. So I'm going to go ahead and click there, and you can see that it automatically starts pulling in all of the images. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and download this image, and my file popped up here on the other side. Let's go ahead, let's try to stay organized. You know, I try to do that. So let me go to my drive here. Let's create a folder for our new project. And let me, oops, I lost my folder. Okay, so let's double click in here. Let me rename this folder. We're going to call this lawn care template. All right, so we've created our folder. Now let's call this the header image and save. All right, so now that we have that, now we need to get, if you look on our list here, if I can pull it over, we need to get the share image, which we can use the same banner image. That's what I'm going to use. And then also we need the brand colors. So how do we get the brand colors? Again, we want to remain congruent here, okay? So we want to make sure that we get all of this information and we are using the same font and the same colors and all of that. So let's go ahead and use this other Google Chrome extension called Color Picker Eyedropper. So if you click on that, you actually see when you hover over here, it starts giving you the hex codes of these colors, okay? So we definitely want this color here. So I'm just going to click Control C to copy, and I'm going to get our little cheat sheet back here, and I'm going to click Control V to paste. So let me go ahead and call this green so that I remember that is the hex code of the green color. So let's grab some other colors because I really like to have about 4 colors, okay? Let's try maybe this dark color here. We'll just copy this and let me go back here. We'll just say this is dark blue and we'll paste. And then put that little pound sign there. Okay, now let's scroll through here. Here's a darker green color. We may want that, so I'm just going to copy the hex code here. Let's go back and we'll say enter and tab over and we'll say dark green. And we'll paste our hex code there. Okay, and let's see. I do have a Chrome extension called what the font. I had to say that clearly so you know that I'm not cursing. But let me see. Where is it? Where is it? But it will actually tell you. Let me search here. Okay, so I don't know why it's not showing here, but it will actually tell you your, let's look in the, what's the font? Okay, so let's say extension. What font? That's what it was. Add to Chrome, add extension. Okay, now let's actually use that. Let's go back here to our website and let's choose what the font. What font is what it's called. All right, so now if you hover over, actually let me turn off our color picker here. We'll just do unpin. All right, and let's just refresh here and let's get the font, what font here, and let's use this. Okay, so now if you activate that, now it is actually on. So any fonts that you scroll over, it will tell you exactly what font that is. Okay, so it looks like this is Railway, and I'm not really sure if we have Railway font. We do have the ability to upload some fonts, but we're going to make this easy and just choose a one that looks similar. Okay, so we'll just say Railway. All right. All right, now I'm going to exit what font here. And now we pretty much have everything that we need here. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize and let's go back to our website. All right, so we need to make the pay now page. So we're just going to duplicate this because all it was just the request an estimate. And let's go ahead and edit page. And all we need to do is take our buy now link, and we want to paste that. Instead of having our request an estimate iframe, we want the buy now link. Okay, so we're just going to click Control V to paste, and now we have the iframe where they can enter their invoice number and pay online. Okay, so it's better to duplicate that because then you don't really have to do too much work to the mobile, because if we go to the mobile now, you'll see that it's pretty much optimized. Okay, we can always, and you always want to double check. So let's go ahead and edit here and adjust the minimum size, just so I always like to get rid of those scroll bars there on the side. Okay, now this iframe actually includes a footer, and most of them do not. So we definitely want to make sure that we don't put our own footer on this page, because that will just look really odd. So we're going to click Save. But the cool thing is it will still be connected to our domain. So we could have lawncarebusiness.com/pay, and it will go to this instead of that big, long, ugly link that Yardbook provides for us. Okay, so we're going to click Save and Exit. So now we have our request and estimate page. Let's go ahead and we need to create a page now. If you look in on our list here, we need to create some legal pages. So terms of use and privacy policy. Thankfully, Builderall makes this really, really easy. So we're going to say terms of use. Let's go ahead and copy here, and we're going to paste. Now, there are many ways of doing this. You can choose a blank page and then just add the panel. You can choose any of the legal pages that you already have, or you can choose page templates, and there is actually a page template for legal pages. So let's just type in legal, and you'll see the options appear. So since this is terms of use, let's go ahead and just select this page. There's only one page, so we're just going to choose that, and we'll click Save. All right, so now you see that page is actually already created for us. If you look here, let's refresh because we didn't republish actually, so let's republish. And now we'll go to website. Now you see that we have some generic terms of use. Okay, so it has no header or footer. We definitely want to put that on, connect that once we get that created. And the only thing that you really have to change is the style if you choose, or you can put the address here. If you're going to give them the template they want to put and they are hosting it, you want to put the business name here, but if you're hosting it, maybe you want to put your business legal pages here. So again, it's your choice. All right, so we have that page created. Let's go ahead. If we look at our little cheat sheet here, it says that now we need a privacy policy. So let's go ahead and create that page as well. So we're going to say privacy policy. Oops. Helps if you spell it correctly. Privacy policy. So I'm just going to copy here and paste, and we'll paste again. And let's go to page templates, and we're going to go to legal. And you see we have privacy policy, and the page, there's only one. So we're going to click Save, and now we have our privacy policy. And you'll see here as well, if you look at the privacy policy, it's the same design, and the only thing that you need to change is down here where it says company address. Okay, so now we have that created. We have all of our colors. We have the font. Now let's go ahead and we need to create our header and our footer. Okay, so let's create our header. We're just going to say header. And remember, we want this to be fairly neutral, and we want it to definitely have in the, we want to have a menu and maybe a place where they can put their logo. So let's go ahead and choose Add Panels, and let's go down because we actually have some pre-built headers that we can use. So let's just scroll through here till we find the one we like. Let's choose this one. So this looks good. Let's go ahead actually and just um, I can't talk. Just configure the menu. Okay, so let's go. We have a home. So let's select the page that we want for our home, and it's going to be the home page here. And we're going to have it open in the same tab because we don't want them to leave our website. And let's go ahead and click select. So now we do not have an About Us page. It is recommended that you do that, but that could be an upsell item. Okay, so let's actually just delete this. Now the next page that we have in our funnel is actually going to be the request an estimate page. Oops, it looks like we have two here. So rather than do that and get them confused, let's go back here. Because we duplicated, we don't want this to be called request an estimate. Let's make sure it's the pay now page. So we'll go to settings. Let's just change the name here. So we're going to say pay now. And we're copy and paste. And we're going to paste here, but you have to have a space. So actually, I'm just going to choose pay as the URL. So we'll click save just to make it simple. And let's go ahead and republish. And let me make sure since that said copy. Okay, so that is, let's move this up a little bit just because I saw that the iframe had moved down. So let's click save. Basically what I'm trying to do now is just kind of trying to organize things and basically clean house, get this mess that we've created here, get this cleaned up and organized. Let's change the name here. Let's go to settings and let's just call this estimate instead of request estimate. We'll click Control V to paste, and then we'll just go ahead and call this. We'll change the address URL to just estimate. Okay, so no matter what domain they connect, it's going to be lawncarecompany.com/estimate. Okay, and let's go ahead and change this to just home instead of Site Express. So this will be just home. Okay, so we have home, estimate, pay now, terms of use, and privacy policy. That's good enough. Let's republish, and let's go back to header, and let's edit our header. Now we can configure our pages. Okay, so we're going to go to configure items, and we want to change this to estimate. So we'll say estimate there, and let's set the link to this estimate page. So we'll go to estimate here and open in the same tab. And actually, since all of those are capitalized, we should remain congruent. So we'll say estimate and save. Okay, so instead of contact, we actually have pay. Let me click here again. So we have pay invoice is what we're going to call this so they understand what pay means. Pay invoice. And let's go ahead and set the link to our pay invoice section. We'll choose pay now, open in the same tab and select and save. Okay, so now we have the place where they would enter their logo and then home, estimate, and actually let's change that to request estimate. All right, so let's go ahead and click here to edit the name because we want it to be clear what that means when they click there to that page. Okay, so now we'll save and let's save again. Let's make sure that this looks good on mobile. So we'll go there. And here's our drop down menu. Let's click here. Okay, so that looks good. If you wanted to have this aligned to the left, let's see here. Of course, yeah, right here. Actually, if you wanted the logo to be here, this is something a lot of people don't know. If you want your logo to be here on this bar, you can actually upload it here. I'm going to go ahead and leave that there because this is just a template, but just since I'm here to let you know, you can do that. Also, the items here, if you want them to be in the center, you could choose that option, or you could have them to the left. So it's totally up to you. You could actually have it to the right, or you could have it where it's justified there. Let's go ahead and just leave it in the center. And so it looks okay. Let's go back here and, oops, we don't want that. Let's go back to general settings. There we go. Okay, so let's save, and that's fine. And now we need a footer. Now, I already have, actually, we won't use that one. Let's go to footers. Here we go. Let's just create this footer here for our funnel, and we'll click Edit Footer. And I know that our page already has a footer, but we want to have a global footer. Okay, so let's go to Panels and let's go to Footer. Now we just want to choose one that we like. Let's just say this one looks good. We're of course going to change the colors. Let's change this to 1. And let's change this banner to our green color here that we have. So we can choose a color. Let's just choose this dark green color. So I'm going to left click here in the panel, and I'm going to make sure first of all that I am editing the panel and not the text. So let's click here and go to, actually this is a box it looks like. So let's go to background settings and let's click the color here and let's paste our hex code. And now you see we have the dark green color. If you want to save that to your preferred colors, you can click here and reuse it. Let's go ahead and change this here to maybe the lighter color of green. So let's go ahead and grab our cheat sheet. And let's choose this color of green. So I'm going to click copy, and we want to right click to edit the panel and go to background settings, and let's click on the color to edit. Let's go ahead and highlight and Control V to paste, and let's go ahead and click here to save that color so we can reuse it again. Now we have this yellow color here we can do something with. Let's go ahead and grab a hex code that we want to use, maybe this dark blue. So we'll Control C to copy. Now let's go ahead and highlight, and let's go to the color. Let's choose more colors because we have a specific color we want to use. We'll click Control V to paste. And if you left click outside of that, then it selects that color. We can click OK. And now you see that that color has changed to our branded color. So let's actually do that to the rest of these here. Once we get all of this created, then this is the one footer that we can use for the whole website. So let me go ahead and, oops, let me work through some of these here. I'm going to highlight, Control V, left click out of there, click OK. And let's get this one as well. So we're going to highlight, go to the color, more colors, and let's highlight here and Control V to paste, left click, and OK. Let's go ahead and save because we've done enough work, and that's fine. Let's go ahead and let's go back here, highlight, color, more colors, highlight the hex code, Control V to paste, left click, and OK. One more. So we're going to highlight here again, and we're going to choose the color, more colors, and we're going to highlight the hex code here, Control V to paste, left click, OK, and there we go. So let's go ahead and save again. Let me see the questions here. Hi, Ray. Happy birthday. It's Ray's birthday. If y'all want to wish him a happy birthday in the chat. And then it looks like we have a place here for the logo. So we'll just go ahead and we'll keep this as is. We can link the privacy policy and shipping policy, but remember, this is a template, okay? So we kind of want to leave this a little bit generic until we talk to the client and find out, what information that they need. Okay, we just really want them to visualize their own information here. So we're going to click save and exit. Now we have that footer. Let's republish so it recognizes that we have the footer there. And let's go ahead and let's go ahead and set these pages to the header and the footer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. Let's go to the desktop, and now we want to choose the header and the footer for the mobile that we have created and the desktop. So we're going to click save. And we want to do this to all of the pages, okay? Because that is how you connect the global headers and footers and pop-ups to each individual page, okay? You have to connect that. Otherwise, if you don't want to do that, you can just simply create a header and a footer for each individual page. But the reason that this is so helpful is because you can just update. And this happens to me a lot with my own business. I want to update the menu. Maybe I want to add a new page, or I want to maybe add something, some kind of offer or something like that. And I only want to have to update that one time. Okay, so I can go to the global headers and footers, and I can update that there. So definitely a lot easier. You can actually create multiple headers and footers and multiple different styles. Like I have one that is a business and then a funnel header and footer, because I want to, obviously I don't want the menu and all of that on a funnel, because I want to make sure that, I'm not giving them a place to click away. I want them to opt in, for lead generation. So anyway, that's my spiel on all that. Once you have connected or done anything that has to do with global elements over here, you always want to republish. Okay, so let's take a glance here of the home page that we've created, or we have not even started editing. So you see now we had this header right here, but we have a global header now, so it's connected. It won't show on the page, but it's definitely connected on the live version, in addition to the footer down here. Okay, so this is our actual global footer, and then here is the footer that was connected to the template. Okay, so that's important to know. Let's check out this page here. So there is our header, and here's our iframe, and then here's our footer. You can tell right here there's the dotted, or the little dash. If you look real close, you can see there's a dash in the iframe. That's something we definitely want to edit. I'll show you what that looks like. It basically just makes it not as clean and professional looking. So I'll show you what I mean. If you left click here and then right click to edit the iframe, you can go to border, and you'll see here that it has this dash border. What we want to do is actually put no border, and you'll see that that disappears. Okay, so that's really important. So since we copied this, it's actually going to be like that on the next page too, which is the Pay Now page. So let's actually go there right now, and we will get rid of that dash there as well. So let's right click, and let's go to the border, and let's just change that to no border and save. Okay, and close. All right, so let's X out of this, and let's see. We've already looked at all of that. Now let's actually upload our image, okay? But first, let me see here if, let's see, because we may need to edit to get that same, I want to show you here rather than tell you. If you look here, you see how that image, it looks like, here's what the original image looks like. And you can tell that, see, the one that downloaded is not as dark as this here. And it is important, you want to get the dark because you're going to be putting this text over it, and you want the text to show really well. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is before we take our image and put it into let's go back here. before we take our image and put it in here, we want to do some editing. We want to make it a little bit darker, and we're going to work on that tomorrow, okay? But right now, let's go ahead and finish up with the basically cleaning house here that we were doing. Let me go back here to the home, because here's the next thing that I really think is so important, because if I go looking for this website again, I'm not going to be able to find it because it's just called My Cheetah website. So what I want to do is go to site settings, and I just want to change this to be lawn care. I could call it lawn care website, or I'll just call it lawn care. So we'll just put that here as well. We'll just say lawn care, and let's go ahead and save. And let's republish. Okay, so now if I look at my selection of Cheetah websites, it's really, really easy for me to find that. I can even create a category here and call it lawn care. And then I can look for any of the websites that I want to add to my lawn care category. So I can just select that there. I can choose any of the published or unpublished websites. So I'll click save. And now, next time I want to look for that, all I need to do is click the lawn care category, and then my lawn care website will show. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to edit that image, and then we're going to go ahead and add our share image. And let's go back here. We're going to add the share image here because we want to edit it before we add it. And then we're also going to start designing our homepage. So you can see we're moving along very quickly. And we're definitely going to be, hopefully we're going to tie all of this up with both funnels this week. And then next week we can start prospecting. But it's so important to have an offer in place before you get to that point. So Ray says, thanks, 75 doesn't come easy. I don't think of myself as elderly. Ray, you are not elderly. You are a champion. You blow some of these young people away with your work ethic. So I love it. Happy birthday. All right, guys. Like I said, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go build it with Builderall. Thank you so much for joining me for today's live training. Don't forget to text the word live to 1317-623-4596 so you never miss a training. And click the link above or below this video to join the Builderall family.